how's it going? It's been a while since I last showed you my garden, so I thought I would do it again. It's August 1st, 2020, exactly 4 weeks since I last filmed, so I'm going to take you on a real quick tour. Come on. It's been exactly 4 weeks since I last filmed, so we're going to see everything that's changed over the course of a month. Let's go take a look. So this is the veggie section that's guarded by the fence. You can see all of my peppers have really gotten big. Looks like I need to water them. Getting a little dry, but as you can see here, got some banana peppers. Banana peppers! Love banana peppers. And the cucumbers have gone gangbusters. These are the bush style cucumbers. They don't grow as tall. And then these are the crazy eights, straight eights, I mean, that go straight up that way. And I just picked a funky shaped cucumber. I've been getting on average between 2 to 6 of these a day the last week. It's slowing down a bit for the next round, I think. And been making pickles, refrigerator pickles, and that's been a lot of fun. Very, very tasty, very, very easy. That's what you do with all your extra cucumbers. And then over on this side, the peppers I think seem to have done better because they were in partial shade. So look how big some of them have gotten. Look at that. That's a hatch, and I've got some Japanese shishitos and some, look over here, we've got some jalapenos. And there's a shishito. Haven't tried them yet. I'm going to start picking them today. Okay, and here we are from the other side. And that's a rubber snake I put on top to keep the doves from using the tunnel as a hammock, because that's what they've been doing. So this is great. And more of the cucumbers. And inside the tunnel it's still going like gangbusters. Unfortunately I've had a couple caterpillars get in and they ate a few things. But now we're still getting fresh salad, fresh cilantro. The carrots are going good in this end. The purple basil is going really painfully slow. I think it wanted more sun than the shade tunnel is giving it, but it's still producing, just really slow. And we've got chard, got all kinds of kale. Well, hello there, six-legged friend. Are you thinking of coming inside my tunnel? Because you're not allowed in there. And I'm letting some of the lettuce bolt so I can have seeds for next round. And the herbs are all doing good. Look at my basil. You clip it and it grows more. Love it. Sage and dill. Got lots of dill in the tunnel too. Still have some mint alongside the house here, but the grasshoppers are really trying to chew it up. And that's Bruno, my constant buddy. And the indeterminate tomatoes are doing pretty well. Had about 3 of them get some bizarre virus, and they just got stunted and stopped doing anything. But the others are doing pretty good. Okay, this is the red Siberian. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of dappled shade here. The Romas are in the center. You can see how they're producing. And there's another Siberian. The shade cloth has worked really well. I think it's helped them to make more tomatoes than they normally would. And it's protected them from any threat of hail. Hi Bruno, how you doing? You're my garden buddy, huh? And not turning red for the most part, and I attribute that to the really high temperatures we've been having. It's been mostly in the 90s this entire month. So hopefully as we're getting into August, it'll cool down and we'll get some of that lovely red lipocene going. And also under the tent here, I've got a bunch of Columbines growing that I yanked out from the front bed. They weren't doing too well in the full sun, and so now we're letting these little guys grow here, and then I'll plant them right before fall. Also got some strawberries that were making runners out in the patch, and I thought I'd let them grow in little pots here and then put them out when it gets cooler exactly where I want them to grow. Little cherry tomato plants, they just have been growing and growing and growing and growing. They're about 6 feet tall now. We've had a handful of them in salads so far, but they're still green for the most part, just like the big ones. And these bad boys are the black crims. We've got quite a few of them growing on this plant. The other one, I don't know if you can see him over here, he just kind of petered out on me, and I don't know if it was, you know, transferred by the grasshoppers or aphids, or if it's just failure to thrive. But everybody else is doing so good, it's okay, because look at all these tomatoes I'm gonna have. Another view. And you can see my hedge of sweet clover really grew. I actually have whacked it back, not once, but twice, because it was taking over the world. But it has been full of honeybees and bumblebees every day. And they just love it. See all the chomp marks on my iris? What on earth could be making those marks, you might ask? We've got Indian blanket flower, which is really coming into bloom now. Very pretty plant. Can't remember if I showed you this last time, but about 3 or 4 years ago I noticed a baby cottonwood tree growing in my yard, and instead of yanking it, I just couldn't. And so I let it grow, and I've been keeping it as a little bonsai tree. I'm never going to let him get bigger than this, so we'll see how long it goes. This is year 3. And the cone flowers have come and gone. And the butterfly bushes are starting to come into bloom very late. Chocolate flowers are going gangbusters this year, best year I've had for them. Blue mist spirea, also starting to come to life. It's usually my August bush is what I call it, because it only blooms really in August. Took a real good hit this last winter, but it's starting to come back. Grasshoppers took out this entire section, so I whacked it back. There's the culprits. Look at all of them. Strawberry patch has taken a break from the hot weather. Have a ton of borage flowers that the bees have been having fun on. And here's my teeny tiny summer squash plant. I don't know, I'm guessing it's because there's too much shade or the soil isn't to its liking, but it's been really teeny tiny. I mean, usually these things get pretty large. I'll be happy if I just get a couple fruits out of them. We'll see. On the other side here I have some random wild grape growing. see if it produces anything. And then the potatoes in bins have been growing so much they're popping through the hail protection. They're a few weeks behind my patch of potatoes up against the fence. Nope, that's about it for now. It's really hot all of a sudden. So I'm gonna go and water some things and then go inside and have some iced tea with some mint sprigs, I think. Thanks for coming along. Hope everything's going good with your gardens. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why I bother to cover everything. Crazy, crazy Colorado. Not too bad, actually. Snow cones.